So, how many hours do you think is healthy for a teenager to be in front of a screen on a daily basis?
Oh, right, in front of a screen. Well, I suspect that it's probably not healthy to be any more than a few hours, but I think the way education is now, you're probably in front of your screen almost every single lesson of the day.
I think it's only like about 2 hours, if that's for the entertainment, for gaming, or anything, not for the exercising.
5 hours after school.
Around 5-6 hours a day.
Like 4 hours a day?
Say 3 hours.
5 hours?
Let me tell you how it goes. Curves the word, spins the verb. Loving it cause so freak what you heard. Rolling with the fatness. You never quite know what the half is. You got to pay to play. Just for shorty bang bang to look your way. I like the way you work it. Top notch, trump tight every day. You're blowing my mind.
I think they shouldn't spend too much time on like electronics and just the right amount of time, so like 3 or 4.
How are teenagers being impacted by electronics and social medias?
Well, they're being impacted because it's not only a part of their educational life, but it's also a part of their social lives now as well. So I suppose it's very important both at school and at home. So I think it has huge influence on them.
I think that makes them have less communicate with the like interpersonal communicate, because they will look at the screen, talk to the screen. Yeah, that's it.
We get really distracted by them and we can't study.
Social media can have some negative effects because I don't think teens always know how to use them. They haven't been educated like with the cyberbullying type things.
$20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is freaking awesome. Now I'm gonna pop some tags.
How has technology advancement impacted society? Do you think it is good or bad?
Well, unfortunately, I think it's gone both ways. There's a lot to be said for it. I mean, obviously, it's an amazing source of knowledge and information. It's an amazing way of communicating with people who might not necessarily be available otherwise. But there are some ramifications that are very unfortunate. For example, you know, a lot of people do abuse the internet. One I suppose young people are aware of is bullying on the internet, but also I think the huge rise of things like pornography and the fact that, you know, in the adult world there's a lot of bullying as well, this cyberbullying that goes on because people feel they can hide anonymously behind a comment, and I think it's actually very unhealthy. And, you know, I think the fact that there's no censorship of any form on the internet, people's behaviour or whatever is unfortunate, and it will have to be addressed eventually. But yes.
Do you think it is good or bad?
I think they are both good and bad. It depends on how they use it.
So the positive things, I think there's a lot of great things you guys can use for educational purposes. There's a lot of great apps and things that help further your education that we didn't have when we were your age. Because when I was your age, we'd have to go to the library and look for research, and often the research wouldn't be available to us, but now you can go online and you can find it all. But then at the same time, sometimes you have to wade through lots more articles and stuff to find the right one. But I think there's more pros and cons.
It's a really good way, and it impacts society in a way that we're all getting more developed and we know more about other places in the world.